Student loan garnishment. If I told you guys I've been thinking about doing this video for some time now, what would you say? You see, on this one, I wanted to take my time. On May 5th of 2025, the government is coming after you. Now, I don't want you to picture a little bitty mouse eking around late at night, sneaking around trying to get you. Imagine a bear, a gorilla, a lion. And if you try to run, the hyenas are even after you. Did I mention the crocodiles? The long arm of Donald J. Trump is real. And people, this mousetrap that America formulated from the beginning, the chickens have come home to roost. When I was in college, I had to make a decision. I've said this before in other videos, especially my last channel, that I decided to live in my car when I left home at 17. And it got so bad that I had to make a decision between dorm/books. I remember, right? /classes. And I just slept in my car because I had so much against me in my world at the time. I just told myself I would never be homeless again. So surviving took precedence over everything. And so I managed college for 2+ years. Then I'm like, I'm out. I couldn't. I had maybe one loan, I believe, and I was working, like I said, living in my car, and it just got to be insurmountable where I had to make a decision. I had friends in college going through the same stuff, and now we're talking about where I stayed in Illinois. I went to a community college, then I went to a bona fide Christian college. Now, in retrospect, let me just tell you the truth. When you're a kid and you don't know nothing, information that is available, you just don't get it. And I didn't know I had other options. Neither was it explained to me. I should have been able to, with my income status, been able to be in a dorm, had tuition paid, books, food, everything. But I was so scatterbrained trying to survive that I'm like, forget it. People, I remember going to college, seeing not only the college reps and tuition people that are saying, fill this out and fill that out for your loan. But there was also booths for credit card people. Put it in the comment section if you remember that day. I remember, I was like, why do you have credit card people at the dorms? A lot of folks were standing up for it. I said a lot of folks were standing up for it. When I was married, the woman I was married to, God bless her, I think she just now finished paying off her student loan. It's all the way through her 40s is what I'm saying. She's still paying. You can be paying. Look, let me just digress. On 5/5, which is 6 days from now, it's going to hit. People are going to have to start paying back student loans. I want to delve into it. I want to throw some solutions out there. But I want you to just hear some stories, okay? Let's go down this lane right quick.
No student loan has been referred to collections since March of 2020. That comes to an end. On May 5th, the Department of Education will resume involuntary collections for borrowers with defaulted federal student loans.
The Trump administration is making it clear if you have a federal student loan and you are in default with that loan, they are going to send you to collections. But it's not the kind of collections you think. I've been warning you this was coming in several videos this week, and I've been seeing a lot of you in the comments saying things like, who cares if they send me to collections? They can't legally take anything from me. Oh, my friends, you misunderstand. This is not some random collections agency we're talking about. This is the Treasury Department's collections program, and it doesn't matter what state you live in. The Trump administration said they're going to get their money.
Borrowers will now be clearly expected to repay their loans, and those who default on their loan obligations will face involuntary collections. The government can and will collect defaulted federal student loan debt by withholding money from borrowers, tax refunds, federal pensions, and even their wages.
So is it
Any state. Now, I don't want to come across wrong. If you took out a loan, you made an adult decision. I'm going to say it again. If you took out a loan, you made an adult decision. I don't know the percentage of people who took out loans that got real good counseling. That's neither here nor there right now. The fact is that in 6 days, it's about to hit. Are you ready? Put in the comment section. What do you think? Have you heard about it? Let's go down this row. Tons of videos. Tons of videos.
So yeah, I made a video about me owing student loans, right? I owe about $150,000 in student loans. I got 2 degrees. I got a bachelor's in biology and I got a master's in secondary education with an endorsement in clinical mental health counseling, right? I said, so y'all mean to tell me y'all gonna garnish my check? I'm trolling, right? I made that video last night. I never knew it was so many negative people that would comment on that video. I feel like my video reached the wrong side of TikTok. Like, just laugh. I'm not mad about it. I haven't paid these years in over 4 years. After I graduated in 2020. You think I'm worried about it now? If they get it, they don't know. I ain't working in my degree because I put my kids first.
Now, I deliberately put her up here. Let me get her wipe her mouth right quick. Hold tight. That's not a good look. I deliberately put her on there to lighten the mood because this ain't no joke, but yet you got to kind of ease it up a little bit. I don't know the percentage, but the word typical wants to come out of my mouth here. She owes over $100,000, y'all. Master's degree. Make that make sense. And you know, the research that I've been doing ever since I heard about this thing, the last good report I read was over 47% people are not in the field that reflects their college degree. We need a better system. We need better counseling. How about incentivizing in relation to what's available? And with the job market, I mean, while all these cutbacks, people, you know how I felt? I said it last month. I was probably one of the first YouTubers to put it out there. We had a fake economy. The regular economy was fake, and the government economy was fake. The government spent X amount of millions and billions of dollars creating jobs over the last 30 years that they had no business creating in the private sector and for government. And then Doge came in, boom, wiped a lot of them out. At the same time, our regular economy was fake too, because with $36.5 trillion in debt, we can't even pay the interest on the debt. Borrowing money from the Federal Reserve, selling bonds, doing everything else. I've done the videos, I've done my homework, I've been known about it. When Ron Paul was talking about it, they laughed at it. Now who's got the last laugh? Nobody. We got a lot of people out there in the same situation this lady's in right now. Hundreds of thousands of dollars in debt. And thought they could just skate by. After COVID, there was a freeze. But people, they know. The social planners know there will always be a percentage of those that they could get. They know. Because free money ain't free, but they know that over 20 to 25% of the world is not responsible. They knew they could pull this shenanigan in the future. But by the same token, I made a decision to get out. I paid off my student loan, I was done. And I did not get my degree. Can you spell trap? Now, there's a lady's video here. You need to watch this video. Put in number duet. She spills it. She only owed $43,000. She got a decent job in education, but she can't keep up. You know why? Because of the interest. And she's livid. I'm going to play a part of it and then freeze it. I'm going to just let her talk because don't want to get in trouble.
I'm going to keep posting about this all day because this is bullshit.
You see that? She owes $83,000. When she first started out, she owed only $40,000. She owed like $43,000. Now it's $83,000. Look at the interest. $9,000. Principal is $74,000. And she's not lying. I ran into a lot of stories the last week and a half.
46,000. My loan debt is now almost 90,000 fucking.
She's off the chain, so I can't risk it. What she said in so many words, she's trapped. She says, you want to call us lazy, call us shiftless and trying to scam. She said, I'm trying to pay back on a payment plan, but the interest is kicking my butt. You see, she's raging mad. What do you think, people? Are you in the same situation? We got to keep it real. Look what we've done to America. Who wrote these laws? Let's go down the rabbit hole. Student loan typically accrue interest on a daily or monthly basis, even if the interest rate is expressed as an annual percentage. While the interest rate is determined annually for federal loans, the interest itself adds up each day or month depending on the loan type of lender. Now, you know young kids don't understand this thing. They sign in one thing, then it'd be like an adjustable rate mortgage, so to speak. I almost signed an adjustment rate mortgage when I was married, and I walked away. And my wife looked at me like I had three eyes, and I called her daddy like, no, it's a problem. A year later, we had the 2008 mortgage crisis. Then all my friends called me like, wow, Pearson, how did you see it coming? Because I'm pretty good with math. People, we can all get trapped at some time. If you got 100 people, maybe only 25% are good at math. You hear me? And look, but I'm not excusing people who just irresponsible, period. I get it. But this should have been done better, people. Counseling, all kind of stuff. The interest rates are crazy. It's off the chain. I think it was set up to destroy the country. That's what I think. Listen.
I would look out, they said they're going to start on May 5th, so look out for an email regarding your student loan status. Now, if you're not sure, you should be able to go straight to studentaid.gov and determine whether your federal student loan is currently in default status. If so, it doesn't mean that your wage is going to be immediately garnished. The White House has specified that they will give you a few options and try to work within your budget to come up with an income-driven repayment plan that fits within your budget, but still allows you to pay these student loans back over time.
So you were...
Let me show you what I heard about payment plan. Listen to this.
So I called the student loans people yesterday, and I was like, ma'am, because I put me on deferment right now. I don't want no forbearance, no, because forbearance, if you didn't know, your interest continues to grow even though it's paused. No, deferment. Thank you. And the lady said, as of right now, your monthly payments are $1,554. I said, excuse me? No habla inglés. Huh? So then I said, this is a recorded line, right? She said, yes, ma'am, it is. I said, give me a second. I said, anybody who's on the other end, listen to me. I don't have it. That is rent. One.
That is rent. Come on now.
The Education Department will start collection next month on student loans that are in default. That's roughly, we're talking about 5.3 million borrowers that are in default. What do people need to know?
Okay, if you work for the federal government, then your wages could be garnished if you're in default. If you get a tax refund, that tax refund may be actually garnished by the federal government. And if you are getting a notice that says you are in default, there will be 30 days and the government could actually garnish your wages. To be clear, this is something that people who owe money need to pay attention to. Also, all of the people in default, we are now seeing reporting to credit agencies. We haven't seen that before.
Wow.
So we now know that credit scores are dropping for these borrowers.
Why would this guy get new permanent teeth in?
Yeah, they're dropping.
We're around 130 points.
Hey, if you owe student...
Yes, your credit score can drop. I talked to a lady friend of mine in LA 3 days ago because I knew she still had student loan. And yes, her credit score dropped over 1.75 and she was almost in tears. It's real, people. It's real.
And here's how you can also never pay your student loans without having your wages garnished by the federal government if you would like to do that. As long as you are enrolled in 6 credit hours per semester, you do not have to make a payment on your student loans. If you hate school, this might not be the right option for you. If you only owe like less than $5,000 in student loans, then just pay those. However, for me, and as I am sure is true for a lot of people, it is cheaper for me to take 6 credit hours at the local community college a semester than it is for me to make 1 month of minimum payments to my student loans. I am a teacher. Do you know what my hobbies include? They include...
Now, she's not the only one saying that. Let me show you something. Let me show you something.
They can't garnish your wages if you're a student. A student who is taking at least 6 credit hours. A student who is taking 6 credit hours in a degree-seeking or certificate-seeking program, preferably at a local community college, where the tuition is going to be a lot cheaper than that student loan bill you're going to get. And if you never finish school and you want to return back, they have scholarships for that now. A lot of them. If you've been thinking, oh, I should go back to school, I'm not even using this degree anyway, I don't even see why it's necessary, I can guarantee you that 1 semester of tuition that's under $700 or $800 at most is going to be cheaper than 6 months of bills. And then you just take your time with it. You take your time getting your degree. Don't worry about how much time it's going to take. Don't worry, sweetheart, that time going to pass anyway. Okay, the time.
Now, like I said a little while ago, knowledge, hey, it helps out. But by the same token, you know the powers that be, eventually they're going to stop this. I just think they would do that. Oh, because game recognized game. Now check this out. The guy said first student aid. He said studentaid.gov. Go on there to see where you can make some payment options. Okay, remember he said that earlier? Studentaid.gov. But check this out. The U.S. Department of Education experienced a reduction in workforce by about 2,183 positions, cutting nearly half of its staff. This was part of a broader effort by the Trump administration to shrink the size of the federal government. Ask me how many videos have I watched over the last week and a half where people say they can't even get through the line. You think? So you're offering a program to give people options, but you can't talk to nobody because ain't nobody working. Talk to me in the comment section, please. Yes, the studentaid.gov is owned and operated by the Office of the Federal Student Aid, which is the part of the Department of U.S. Department of Education. So yes, the guy said go there and talk to him. This dude said call him. But the workforce been cut in half. Cut in half. Hello, $1 million a day, Doge Elon Musk. Come on, man. You can't even help the people out because they can't even get in touch with the Department of Education. Because the student loan, studentaid.gov, is under the auspices of the Department of Education, which you cut. Come on, man. Let's wrap it up. There's some numbers on this thing. It's going to blow your mind. Trump became president 1/20 of 2025. Student loan forgiveness ends 5/5/2025. That's 3/16. What is 3/16? 3/16 is sacrifice. Like John 3:16, it's called sacrifice. From the first day Trump was in office, January 20th, to the date on 5/5 when this thing go into effect, so start paying your money back, gonna garnish your check, your Social Security, any money you got coming in, whatever, you ain't paying it, it's called 3/16, like John 3:16, sacrifice. I hope you're getting it. Then look, Department of Education was started October 17, 1979. Check October 17, 1979, when they were founded, versus 5/5 when the cutting start. The difference is 45 years ago, which is Trump, and 200 days. What is 200? Calculator, please. 200 minus 365 days of the year gives you 165. What is 165? The 165th day of the year is June 14th. Who was born June 14th? Boom! I said boom! What a gimmick. What a con game. They set us up. False government jobs, take them away, building a false economy. How many stores were built over the last 20 years based on everybody thinking the economy was good? The economy hasn't been good since the 50s and 60s. They've been spending money, borrowing money to create stuff, and people have been making all these kind of restaurants on every corner. Probably 40% of the jobs should have never been created like that. It should have been done another way, through true demand. 614 is speaking, it's a setup. And then look, approximately 88%, whose text number is 88022. Anyway, approximately 88% of all student loan debt is held by people over 25 years old. Specifically, 33% of the debt is held by ages 25 to 34. And another 32% is held by those aged 35 or 29. Additionally, 20% of student loan debt is held by those over 50. Put your category in there. Let me know how you think. I hope I helped you guys. Do what you can. Try to figure this thing out. Get some counseling. Go to the schools. Tell them. Find out. Share it in a link. Help your fellow man. Open up a blog. Do something. I wish I could. I'll do some more research. God bless America. We can do better, and we should have done better. And I know people have been irresponsible. I get it. It's time to pay up. But hopefully they can help you guys out. God bless.